If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video, share this video. Do not hesitate to leave a comment. Every word counts. Let's change the algorithm. Even all my haters out there, like, share, and subscribe with your hating. Hi, everyone. This is Reverend Rance Dunbar, pastor of Holy Trinity Church of Our Mother and CEO founder of MyFCA Inc. My vaccination exemptions are ironclad. It is our First Amendment right to be exempt from all inoculations. Please call me at the Vaccination Exempt Hotline at 504-220-5473. These exemptions are backed by biblical scripture and holistic ingredients. Do not hesitate to stand up for yourself against inoculation. Hey family, help us make Jesus black again. Visit chakradoctor.org and join the movement today.
Witchcraft and religion. I want to introduce a good friend of mine, big homie, big brother. It is actually the minister himself, the family, Chakra Doctor. Peace and love, brother. How are you?
Infinite love, eternal truth, and peace. Wave to you, man. What's good? How y'all doing?
Oh man, all is well. All is truly well. I want to thank you. You have me on your platform. Before we get started with the witchcraft and religion, real quickly, could you talk about who you are and where the people can find you at?
So, hey, everybody. I am Reverend Rance Dunbar, the Chakra Doctor. You can find me over on my channel, Chakra Doctor TV or CDTV. I am, number one, a full black business owner, a soulpreneur, one who has turned healing the soul and healing the human condition into an actual entrepreneurship. I am, number two, ordained Christian minister and reverend. I am, number three, a wizard, an occultist, a master at all things that comes to anything esoteric, or what one might call African spirituality, or what today calls witchcraft. I am definitely a natural holistic healer, healing the body of all incurable diseases. You already know they called me the COVID killer. Y'all already know the building. I'm in the building. And so, most definitely, man, it's a wonderful time, wonderful to be here, and it's an honor to have Crumb TV in the gang in the building with Chakra Doctor, and we about to get it in, man. Let's get it in.
Well, real quick, can you talk about the without saying the C bomb? You can say that B bomb, the F bomb, the N bomb, but you can't say the C bomb. Or the V bomb. I don't know which bombs you can't say, but you know.
Well, you know, I'm Mr. Exemption. So, you know.
Okay, that's what I want you to talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah. My ministry is vaccine exemption. You could go and it's lively broadcast on my YouTube. Um, and I'm a licensed, like I told you before, I am a natural holistic health practitioner, and they consider what I do is over the counter medicine. And then I'm also a licensed ordained Christian minister and reverend of my own online church, which will soon be in a full fruition and building come 2022, early 2022. Holy Trinity Church of Our Mother, and my ordination and my credentials as an ordained minister and master of that Christian religion. And so when it comes to, you know, master of all religions teach the same core principle. You just tomato versus the person, what a person wants to do and don't want to do. And so, you know, when it comes to exemption, we have to understand that this place that we live in, when you go into the courtroom, they make you put your hand on a Bible and put your right hand up and make you, you know, swear by the Bible. The Bible, that's a religion, Christian religion. On your dollar that you spend every day, that everybody's killing themselves and killing them and killing one another over the dollars, but never realizing that that very dollar that you're killing yourself over, it has "In God We Trust" on it. And so we even put our faith in God in the actual stamping of the current, or the cash that represents our currency in today's society. So it shows you that God plays a big part. And God, remember, the church is the only entity. The church is the only entity that is able to battle what one might call in today's time government, or that which is sanctioned from governments. The church is its own government in itself, and when one becomes a master of the religion, you no longer held down by the religious chains. You are now free through the religious through the religious ascendings and upbringings. And so most people are just still weighed down by religion, never mastering the very religion that they claim that they want to profess and follow. But vaccine exemptions is your American citizen, whatever you like to call yourself. If you have a social security number, right, you a slave, period. So if you have a social security number, or if you know are considered an American citizen, or that which is an American citizen, you do have a right under the First Amendment to practice your religious freedoms, as well as you have rights under your medical freedom, because a lot of religious freedoms dictate and mandate, right, but not mandate, but God date, right, laws to follow, especially when it comes to our health and our body and our dietary substance. The Bible tells us over and over again that we should rely on God and nature and not man. And so, therefore, if you're trying to practice your religious freedom or your medical freedom, you can definitely hit me up for vaccine exemption. It is your American right to profess and practice your First Amendment.
Gratitude, I appreciate that. I just still, even now, I don't know, I guess they got me trained. I'm a trained Negro. So when we say those words, I cringe, like, oh my God, the Fucci gang is gonna come get me. But nonetheless, absolutely, family. I think it's powerful. Obviously, it is powerful. The brother has cornered the market, really using these things that are set in place for us. And that's all great. And I'm so glad that you talked about that. Go to Chakra.
Remember, that's what the powers that be do it for, bro. The powers that be put these things out here so that you can seek and find, knock and open the door. Asking is going to be given unto you. So, in retrospect, it's not the powers that be that's holding you down. It's you holding you down for not being a due diligent seeker and server of your own life. These things are right here in plain sight. They told you. They're not hiding the fact that they're not hiding the fact that they have a website called the official Illuminati.org. They're not hiding the fact that they're letting you know that they're worshiping some satanic baby killing shit. They're not hiding these facts. They're not also not hiding the fact that you're the hero. They're also not hiding the fact that you are that which is more than a conqueror. They're telling you on both ends. It's duality. So it's just up to a person to, do that due diligence and serve their own life. We're so busy serving everyone else, but we forget to serve ourselves. How can you ever be a great or best person for me when you aren't even the best for yourself? You can never be the best for anybody else when you're not even treating yourself the best. We already know how you're going to treat me because I see how you treat you.
Okay. You hit hard. All right. So now, with that said, the Christian side, the religious side, the legal side, you've got that cornered. What caught me off guard was the witchcraft, the wizard, the occult side.
Yes.
You're not afraid of that as an official
They're
Christian
both
preacher,
they're
please.
they're both one and the same. You can't be a Christian preacher and not be an occult member. How many people are trying to figure out the mysteries of God and life, and here you are able to preach it to them? That's not no regular everyday Joe Blow feat. That is an above average feat. You are able to communicate supernatural, invisible principles and show them to people in physical representations of speech. So this right here and that right there in itself shows you that you're a magician. Now you say they look at both. Let's look at the pastor versus the pagan, or let's look at the church versus the coven. The church believes in an invisible God. The coven believes in invisible gods. The church practices rituals to their God. The covens practice rituals to their God. The church, if you read in the Bible, you can see that the church and the Bible and the ministers or the prophets of the Bible use crystals, sage, incense, myrrh, and all of the things that the same people that what they call in today's time witchcraft or pagan. So when you're looking at the history of where the words come from, then you automatically know how to analyze the words. The first thing that shows you that it's you who are afraid and it's you who are chicken shit, because the Bible tells you that fear has no place in the heart of God or in the mind of the Lord. And so remember, the Bible tells you that you are God. In Psalms 82:6, the Bible tells you that, and then Jesus confirms it in his speech in Mark, no, not Mark, sorry, in John 10:34. And in John 10:34, in Psalms 82:6, I say you're a God. Jesus says, didn't your book say I say you're a God? Because they were questioning Jesus and asking, because Jesus told them, they was asking Jesus who he was. He was like, I am the Father, I'm God. Like, you know, and they was ready to stone him. And he said, does not your book say that ye are gods? Why are you trying to stone me for some shit that you already believe in? What do you? Are you mad because I embody it better than you do, and you supposed to be the pastor or preacher or the reverend? You see what I'm saying? So when you analyze the two sects, wait a minute. Which one was around first, people? Religion or what? Or what they call witchcraft? Let's just do the dates. What was around first? Religion or the things that they call pagan, or the things that they call witchy or witchcraft or wizardry, or shaman, or whatever they call it today, occult, hidden, esoteric, metaphysical. What came first, religion or that? And now you understand how to map out your walk in spirituality. You understand that occultism, or what one might call occultism, or what one might call witchcraft or wizardry, right? This came first. The ancient Egyptian called it Hakau, Hekau. Okay, and this ancient practice that the Egyptians practiced, right, or what one might call the Alkebulans or the Cometics practice. This practice was, is said to be the very thing that the gods used to create reality, magic, Hakau.
Mm.
Okay, and so when you analyze Earth further ancient times, there was no such thing called religion. Religion is a new word. Religion is a word that's introduced by those who mirror the word. And look at who brought you the word. Who brought you the word?
Let me rewind just really quickly, because you have brought up a coven or a coven, and you were referring to witches and warlocks and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I pulled up here. We see Christ Coven or Covenant Church. We also see First
Mm-hmm.
Covenant Church, United, Christ United Methodist. Hold on, here we go. What? Unity Covenant Church.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look at the root word of covenant
It's coven.
or coven
Coven.
or a coven, okay, please, yes, you're right. And when we look at what what you said, coven,
Coven.
Yep.
a coven. When you look at a coven is a gathering of or a group of witches who meet regularly, just like
Every Sunday.
every. Come on.
A secret, close knit group of associates, a coven. And that's what Christianity and Islam and Buddhism and all of they meet every everybody meet on their prospective days, but there are magical covens, and their magical grimoires are what we like to call holy books. And the actual book, Holy Bible, is remember, it was revealed in Latin, is Helios Biblos, sun book, a book about the sun, a book. And when you ask about, what other books that do they have about the sun? Well, the most ancient book that they have about the sun is a book called Astrologue, or astrology, the logging of the astros and how all of the suns moved throughout the universal mainframe and structure.
You said astrolog astrology. Boom.
Boom. The logging of the astros, for real. Straight up, you know what I mean? And they were logging, and they've been logging forever, and they know the patterns and everything. So it's amazing how, these words are staring you right in the face if you only just broke them down into the way we learn words. Remember, we didn't learn words. We didn't read the word. We didn't learn the word astrology for the for the way that it is. We learned the word astrology through a method called syllables. Right? We went lo G, right? We had four. Well, that's four syllables, and that's how we learned how to piece words together. So this is how you got to learn how to break words down and the meaning of words down, because this is how you actually learn words. You did not learn words by you didn't learn the word internet by saying somebody taught you the word internet. They taught you the word internet, and that's how you piece it together. And so when you want to break it down, that's how you break it back down. And when you look at these words, you'll see the most amazing pattern in all of the words that we use today that denotes, number one, our God divinity. Our divinity is God's, right? Denotes who we are and why we're here. You look at these words that we use every day and just put them backwards, and there's a whole other reality. And there's no greater language at there's no greater language at tricking us into that reality than the American English language.
Now, let me see if I can go to the occult, challenge you, add value. I'm not sure where I'm at right now, but you said these names and everything allude to our divinity. Okay, maybe, but maybe they allude to the fact that we are in the Matrix. And keep in mind, Matrix goes
is
back
matriarch. Matrix is matriarch. Matrix is the womb. Matrix is a place that you put things in order for it to grow. When when a baby is inside of the egg, or when a chicken is inside of the egg, it is inside of a matrix. And so therefore, if we're in a matrix, then that lets us know we've been put inside of here to grow. And you're not supposed. And remember, while you're growing, nobody ever said a baby never came out talking about, oh, it was just the most comforting ride in the world, right inside of your fucking belly. No, babies don't say that. Baby come out crying, talking about, about time I'm out this mother. I'm free, right? And so when you look at it, a matrix is a cocoon. A matrix is a place where a caterpillar goes to become a butterfly. And we don't realize this. We think we came here to live a life of luxury and no fear, no pain, no suffering, no death. Nah, nigga, you didn't come here for that. You came here. You can have that on the outside of the matrix. You came in the matrix to learn how to grow. And in order to grow, you must have something called challenge. And when you have challenge, the challenge will force you to get into a mind frame that puts you in a place where you would not have been had not the challenge been presented.
Okay. Fair. What I was going to say in terms of the Matrix and these names is, it seems like some of these names have a deeper meaning. Like Amelia Earhart was the one who was the first pilot.
I got the queen on the line. How y'all doing? I had to get on live. I had to get on live. Yeah, you good. We're gonna get the next one in. All right. Yeah, they was on the phone doing their thing, but I had to put them on mute so it didn't feed back into the thing. So they called.
Right.
All right. So I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're good. What was the last thing you were saying about the names?
So the one thing I've learned that my body is a machine and my brain is a computer, and I've never met a machine or a computer afraid of a name. The only thing machines and computers are afraid of are not names. They protect themselves against certain organisms like viruses and certain electric bacterias and things of that nature. But for the most part, when you're talking about the human being, you're talking about the human being model, Homo sapiens sapiens. That's the 15th or 16th model of human being. And when you're talking about the 15th or 16th model of human being, you're talking about a quantum computer. A computer that has the ability to think, feel, see, breathe. All you have to do is put the consciousness or essence of that particular immortal being inside of the mainframe. And when you analyze any computer or machine, all computers and machines seek to gorge on data so that it can gain a better calibration of its surrounding areas of its environment. And so when we analyze names, the first thing that we have to do when we analyze names, before we start analyzing names, we have to get into a state that a lot of people find hard to get in, and that's a state of no fear. Because when you move into a state of no fear, that which opposes you becomes obsolete because you have. I call it no. You know what I call no fear? I call no fear the Agent Smith syndrome, right? When Agent Smith literally had no fear. Agent Smith said, "Fuck the Matrix. I'm about to do my own programming shit." So much so that the Matrix couldn't even handle Agent Smith and had to go team up with Neo in order to handle Agent Smith. You see how Agent Smith laid his law down? And ever since Agent Smith decided, remember, without Agent Smith deciding to become who he becomes, the Matrix don't become what it becomes. You see?
I think you're referring to, I don't know if it was 2 or 3. I'm almost sure it was 2. In Matrix 2, Agent Smith is a virus.
Well, yes. Well, in Matrix 2, Agent Smith becomes a virus and becomes it's because remember Neo actually liberated him by jumping into him and freeing him. Remember, jumping into him and proceed to be killing him, right? Remember, he jumped inside of him at the end of part 1, jumped inside of him, and then he blew him what appeared to blew up. And
right.
Never taken to the matter, never taken to the counter. Instead of doing that, why didn't you see you're trying to destroy him when that never realizing that that's a part of you. And so
you better stop.
Neo tried to destroy him, never realizing that that's a part of you. And when Neo destroyed him, you didn't destroy him, you made him even stronger. And that's how he became the virus, because you try to destroy your darkness instead of showing your darkness into the light. Neo was supposed to take, instead of running at Agent Smith and jumping inside of his body, he was supposed to run at Agent Smith, grab him, and absorb him inside of his body and let Agent Smith become him and take over his programming and not destroy his programming, but do it like a blob. Remember, because when he turned Agent Smith into the virus, remember what Agent Smith was able to do. Remember that old TV show? He was able to blob you. He hits you, and that blob come out of his hands, and next thing you know, you're Agent Smith now. Because Neo gave him the strength to be the one. But why? Because you can't destroy that part of yourself, Neo. You must accept that part of yourself. And when you accept that part of yourself, you won't be no Agent Smith to battle. You and Agent Smith will be one. You'll be able to know how to navigate the Matrix at the highest level, Neo. But you keep fighting against Agent Smith, never realizing that Agent Smith is the part of you that challenges you to become the one.
It was just like the flaw within Star Wars. You can't have just the good side of the force. You gotta, with all due respect, you gotta embrace the dark side.
Darth Vader. Nigga, why you say, Luke, I am your father? What are you talking about? Nigga, like, you're the Jedi side, but nigga, you come from the darkness. Nigga, you into the light with the Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the gang and them. But remember who your father is, Luke. Right? And right. It's trying to show you that all that light shit, all that white shit, all that bright shit, all that other shit come from black shit, dark shit. And until you analyze this part of your existence, until you analyze this part of your mainframe, you'll never gain the true codes that the universal mainframe has to truly give you, because you're still thinking compartmentalized and not in the oneness. This is why they call Neo the one. Now remember, in part 3, he finally got, I finally get it. I'm not supposed to fucking fight you. I'm supposed to let you in here. Come on, absorb me. Right? And that's how he was able to neutralize the threat, right? And team up with the Matrix. But but it came at the price of him sacrificing himself and becoming and had to get recycled again. And this is why part 4 is going to be all about. He got recycled, guarantee you. They put him back to sleep and he got recycled. He probably had to wake up all over again because he decided to sacrifice himself for Agent Smith because he had to, because he the one that destroyed him and turned him into what he is. If Neo don't kill Agent Smith and actually show Agent Smith, number one, you can't beat me. Bop, bop, bop. I can stop all your bullets. At this time, Agent Smith don't got that power to turn people into other Agent Smith. Neo gave him that power when he killed him. Neo gave him that power when he appeared to kill him, but he didn't. And I'm gonna take it inside real quick. I just wanted to see the moon come out. And so, and Neo, and when Neo proverbially killed him, that believe it or not, that took a lot out of Neo to do, and that sauce went to Agent Smith. Next thing you know, Agent Smith appears as the viral part of Neo, the virus, the disease part of Neo, right? Or the dark part of Neo that wants to just take over the whole thing. Remember, the Matrix is the mother. Remember, it was the mother program, the Oracle. That's the mother program. Remember, Agent Smith is all against the mother, just like just like Yahweh, all against the mother. People don't understand this shit. This is why mothers get slaughtered. This is why 25 million people go missing every year, and 17 million of them are women, and 89% of them are black. They love dark meat. And so until you recognize this, until you recognize this shit, until you recognize these magical cults, I always point them out to you that the Christianity is the biggest cult on the face of the planet. Islam is the second biggest cult on the face of the planet. And they're all magical books, magical doctrines. And if you don't understand magic, then you'll never understand religion. Because religion comes from magic, not the other way around.
I believe that you have a bone to pick with Yahweh.
Well, no, it's not a bone to pick with Yahweh. You got to understand, when you know the truth, you can't serve the lie. Let's look up the name Yahweh. Let's go to our Googles, people. And I'm a big fan of receipts. I don't just talk. I speak from truth, because truth is what I know and who I am. So I go to the name Yahweh meaning, right? Yahweh name meaning. I'm going to go to the Yahweh name meaning. Yahweh name meaning. And it's going to pop up, and it's going to show you the meaning of the name Yahweh has been interpreted as he who makes that which has been made. This is not a creator. Wait a minute. This is an imitator. You making something that's already been made. Or he brings into existence whatever exists. So now we're understanding that this so-called Christian God, that this so-called creator is not a creator. He is an imitator, making that which has been made and bringing to existence whatever already exists. He didn't say he not bringing something from turning nothing into something. So why would I bow down to something that can't do what I could do? I can turn nothing into something. You only making what's already been made. So this is why black culture has been appropriated our whole life, because all they doing is making what already been made and bringing into existence what's already in existence. So this is why I don't got no problem with no motherfucking Yahweh. He's a lesser God. I got no problem with no motherfucking Yahweh. He's a lesser God. I could never have no problem with no fucking Yahweh. But I do have a problem with people who do heinous things in the name of Yahweh. For instance, sacrifice children and babies. Sacrifice children and babies, and drink baby blood. And when you go to church and you're drinking communion, you're doing that in the name of Yahweh, my nigga. What are you talking about? Let's talk about this cannibalistic practice in Christianity, nigga. So I look at what the Jewish scholars interpret it as, okay, to be a form, but not the actual being. See, a form. See, a God form. Now remember, y'all got to remember, in magic, there are many God forms. And all gods can acquire certain forms. Like, for instance, Ra is not the only god that can form into the falcon and acclimate the power of the falcon, right? Sekhmet is not Bastet is not the only god that can turn into the Eye of Ra and be the vengeance of the Eye of Ra. Yes, sir.
I just want to throw this in there because you were I was in your presence. I had bear witness one time. You went Hamilton against the name Yahweh. You were very critical,
Yes.
scathing review, if I could say the least.
Yes.
And
get that shit out of my face. Y'all worshiping that low ass shit. So I don't worship no Yahweh. You know what I do? Guess what I do?
What's that?
I command the powers of Yahweh, because Yahweh is
Okay.
Yahweh is a part of the whole and the all. So guess
Okay.
what? If I am the all, and greater is he that lives in me than he that lives in the world, and the kingdom of heaven is within. If I can tap into the powers of Yahweh, I can tap into the powers of Ra, I can tap into the powers of Set, I can tap into whatever God form that there is, because I am God. So all gods can tap into form. This is why it's called God form, or they call it a deific mask. All gods come with a level and power of mass. Let me get into this light, because they got me in the darkness. I'm about to, I like the darkness. The darkness is pretty cool, but I definitely want to put on for the light right quick.
Right.
And it's a nice waning gibbous, man. It's about to be a wonderful last full moon of the year, going into this winter solstice, man. And y'all will want to lay up there and have all y'all ducks in a row, man. Y'all want to have all of y'all shit together and all of y'all affairs in order, because 2022. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Your hair only grows when the moon is. What did you say? It's a waning gibbous right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait,
waxing. No, not waning. Sorry. Waxing gibbous.
I was going to say, yeah, your hair only grows under a waxing moon. So, matter of fact, because there's a lot of power within hair, people be thinking, "Oh, your hair is dead." Well, your hair is in tune with nature. Your joint only grow. You can look this up, family. I just want to let the family know that when we dealing with the moon, when we dealing with nature, actually, when we dealing with witchcraft and religion, witchcraft technically was the first religion. When we dealing with the first religion was what they called slanderously paganism. But prior to paganism, we knew witchcraft to be nothing more than nature worship, because these covens, these covens were in the
Right.
woods, they were in nature, with different elements.
Right.
Um,
I'm getting right. Hold on, people. I'm getting right.
get your mind right. It's okay. Take your time. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, when we're dealing with religion, nature was the first religion. There was divinity within all things that we observed in nature. Even right now, people, "Oh, crap, that's that whatever crap. You're just talking some. It sounds good on the internet." No, family, no. This the divination of nature is what the European is tapped into right now. Now, remember, let me say this. When we say devil, a devil is a adversary, your lower self, which challenges you. And if you win, that's the God in you, but you still have to go against, that inner battle within self.
Well, think about it. Devil is lived spelled backwards. In life, we are challenged to move forward. Whenever, this is how you know when something is the devil, because it's always trying to bring you backward and not forward. Because devil is lived spelled backwards, and we all have lived backwards at one point in time or another, trying to move forward. Because we try to move forward all the time, but that don't mean we move forward all the time. We try to move forward, and in trying to move forward, sometimes we can go backwards. And so when you look at the word evil, live, spelled backwards. When you look at the word evolve, love, spelled backwards. When you look at when you look at the word God, that is dog spelled backwards. They told you that, a dog was a man's best friend. Well, a man is a God's best friend. And so when you look at all of these conundrums that live inside of these words, because the Bible told you in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and the Word was manifested flesh. So we know that reason why Bill Gates named his program Microsoft Word, because he was delving into a deeper esoteric principle of computer technology. Remember, our bodies are the machines, our brains are the computers, and we are the artificial intelligence called AI. Right. And so when you are analyzing that you are a spirit inside of this body, you do not own this body. You are only renting this body, and you will give this body back to its true owner. And you will be graded upon how you treated this body all over the world since ancient times. Even witchcraft tell you that this is the end, that this is the overall end of coming into the matrix. When you're coming into the matrix, you're coming into a womb. You're coming to grow. You're not coming here to lollygag. Remember, the Quran tells you that this world is nothing but play and amusement. Why are you taking it so seriously when you are supposed to be waking up and playing the game? And if you want to be technical, you can't play the game if you haven't mastered witchcraft and religion.
Let me add value there. When we talk about this devil aspect, so the devil is a part of you. You need the devil. The devil's an adversary. The devil is going to be your inner adversary, challenging you along the way. You need this adversary. However, this whole devil, this idea of a devil, in some ways has been abusive because people are using the devil as a scapegoat. So now they're saying, oh, the devil made me do it, when that's not the way the devil operates. There's no such thing as a devil. Let's start with that. Then from there, we can move forward and establish based on origins. The devil now was interpreted from the original trickster. The original devil that we're talking about from then was originally a trickster. That's why when you look at Batman, his adversary is Joker. Joker is a trickster.
And Joker, and remember, when you start off in Magic, the first card in the tarot deck is the Fool, the trickster,
the Joker,
okay? the Joker. Yes, no, the Fool in tarot. The Fool is the first card, and then when you go into play a regular card, when you go into play cards, the
0 and the 22nd.
Huh?
0 and 22nd is the Fool. So okay. The first one and the last one.
Okay. So so when you look at it, the cards that you play with the diamond, the club, the spade, and the heart, that's fire, earth, air, water. And you have the big Joker, and you have the little Joker. And there are 52 cards in the deck for 52 weeks in the year. And each suit has 13 cards, which represents the 13 houses of the zodiac, and
or the 13 moon cycles.
The 13 moon cycle,
or 13 weeks in every season. Four suits, 4 seasons, 13 weeks in every season, 13 cards in every
yep, and suit. That's it. You got it. Bingo. And remember, I told you the name of the movie is called Hidden in Plain Sight. So we got to remember that everything is hidden in plain sight. The truth as well as the lie. The beauty as well as the ugly. And this is why they call it the good, the bad, but then you got the ugly. And so when you analyze how that trillionaires are not going to pay billionaires and millionaire puppets to entertain you just because you're that special and they want to entertain you. No, they have an agenda. They have a goal. This is not entertainment. This is edutainment. They're educating you. And if you're wise enough to understand what trillionaires, billionaires, and multimillionaires are showing you in these picture movies, remember, move eye. That's what that means, to move your third eye. So this is what a movie is, something that moves your third eye, because a picture is worth 1,000 words and everything is in the image and your imagination is everything.
Let me go back to the devil one more time. I'm sorry, actually two or three more times. When we're dealing with the devil, because we're dealing with witchcraft, we're dealing with religion. The devil is a trickster. Who now keep in mind, there is no devil. This trickster is a god. What trickster told you he was a god? Go back and watch Avengers. When Hulk disrespected Loki, Loki said, I am a god. Loki didn't say he was a devil. Loki said he was a god. Now we know, if we look at anybody who knows anything about Avengers, about Thor, about Loki, they know Loki is a trickster.
I'm gonna say this. You know how I'm gonna say there is a such thing as a devil?
Uh-oh.
Because the word devil exists. And if you build it, they will come. Go look at the movie American Gods or the TV show American Gods. And there's a number one principle in American Gods that give the gods their power. And they were talking about Jesus, how they got the Spanish Jesus and the black Jesus and all of the different Jesuses, because human beings have collectively gathered and put their energy towards a thing, and that energy that human beings have put toward it has made it real through the manifestation of the imagination of humanity. So even though there is no devil when it comes to, oh, it didn't originally start like that, humanity has accepted a program called devil. You can't tell humanity that there is no devil. Humanity gonna be like, huh, that's the devil. Nigga talking about there ain't no devil. That nigga the devil, right? They gonna be like, that nigga the devil, man. Wow, that nigga just said ain't no devil. Oh yeah, that nigga the devil, right? So you gotta understand that, you know, like I told you, devil is lived spelled backwards. So there will always be a catalyst for growth. And when you look at the fact that human beings believe it exists, therefore it makes it exist. Remember the famous quote says, I think, therefore I am. So if there are people who believe that a devil exists, and those people, remember, when two or more are gathered in the name, gathered in the midst, or gathered in the name, it is in the midst, or he is in the midst, or the spirit is in the midst. Well, guess what? That's the power of humanity. So if humanity believes in devils, trust me, humanity will manifest devils, because humanity has the power of a manifestation. And the word devil has been around for quite some time to impress upon the consciousness and impress upon the psyche of humanity. Remember, the old devil in ancient times was called Set. Set was the god that introduced murder into the pantheon. He was a god, but his act and his crime against the gods made him an outcast and henceforth devilish. Okay, so you know they got tens and 20s and 30s of thousands of years of the proverbial satanic opposition or devilish plight or mindset. It just wasn't called devil, but the actions were surely devilish. And so therefore, remember, actions speak louder than words, because 85% of all language is nonverbal. And if the actions say, hey, in today's time, that devil means this, a person that does this, and this, right? Do devil definition. When you do devil definition just don't stop. Remember, that's Seth, S-E-T-H, but they stole that from Set, S-E-T. I mean,
okay. No, I'm gonna give you your flowers. I'm giving you your flowers. This is not a debate or a challenge. You're right and exact, all wise and right. However, I just wanted to point this out. since Set came up, Set being right, you're right. It's Set, and Seth is
not Seth.
Right.
S-E-T. That's the European word, adding that H on it. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I just wanted to point out Seth was a trickster. I found that to be interesting. Let me just go to images.
And trickster turned into devil.
Okay, fair. Set, parentheses, Seth, Egyptian god of war, chaos, so on.
And so remember, so what is Seth's current name right now today?
Yeah, it's Set. You're right.
No,
it's
not. Set, gods go by many names. So what is Seth's current day name?
Oh, Satan.
That's one of them. He got a spell. We were just talking about it earlier.
I'm not sure.
It's
Jesus?
in that book. It's in that book you showed me. You showed it to me. You showed it to me in the book by Manly P. Hall. And Manly P. Hall explains whose current day Set is. You said one of them, right? Satan, or AKA Saturn. But
right.
But what is Saturn's current day main name that is governing the earth? Are they saying hell Set, or saying hell, or what they saying? They're saying, what is his current day name? Magic. All magicians know this. All true magicians know Set's current day name. the Temple of Set. Everybody knows Set's current day alias, because gods go by alias. Remember Rahman and Rahim, you see, all of these. When you look at gods, they have multiple names. So what's Set's current day aliases? Well, he said one, Satan and Saturn, but another Set current day alias, Yahweh, motherfucker. Ooh. Yahweh, motherfucker. And we'll go get the black magic books right now for all of the black magicians who worship the Temple of Set. And I can show you in black and white in magic how Set in Saturn is Yahweh. And it shows a picture of him eating a child's heart out of his fucking body. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? That's why I don't fuck with Yahweh, because he like to eat children's hearts out their body. Chronos. He goes by another name, Chronos. That chronological. Oh, remember Dr. Dre named his album The Omicron, right? The Cron is a time. Go look at it in technology. Cron. See, look it up right now. CRON definition. Cron is a time demon. Nigga, what are you talking about? And what they call Set? What do they call Set? What do they call Yahweh? What is his main nickname? Father Time, my nigga. So, Cron, Chronos, Set, Yahweh, Allah's another name. Now, Allah's another alias for him. Allah's his other alias, because motherfucking Christianity and Islam are bosom buddies, a sister and brother. So we're not about to act like we're not. Yeah, look at, give them that definition, man. That Cron definition, CRON definition, and share that screen on them and let them see that. Yeah, Cron is a daemon used to schedule any kind of task you can imagine. Now, what is Saturn in charge of? Go look at Saturn. Saturn is in charge of your daily routine. Saturn is in charge of ritual. Saturn, you can put Saturn zodiac characteristics. And Saturn, so look, he's about what? Responsibility, discipline, stewardship, maturity. That's what the clock demon, see? So y'all missing, y'all sleeping on what technology really is. You see? Right. And that's and remember, and that is not a planet. Those rings are a jail cell around a dwarf star. This is why it's that multicolor. That's why it's those many colors right there. So y'all got to understand, this is Star Wars. Okay, when planets and stars go to war.
What now, brother? Let me say that you are truly tapped in, because I got to be honest. I'm almost sure you never heard me say this. You may have, but I seriously doubt it. But I've been told the family, Saturn is not a planet.
No, it's not.
They told you, oh, Pluto was a planet. No, it's not. Saturn is a planet. No, it's not. Saturn is a dwarf star. Now, I'm so glad you said Star Wars, and you know, there's a cuff around it. There's a lock and key on that jank, because what was the spaceship that old boy was flying in? Darth Vader them.
Hold up, you know I Google everything. I don't know, but hold up.
The Death Star.
The Death Star. And remember, they call Saturn the Dark Lord, the Dark Star, and what? The Black Sun. A black sun is a dead star. Death Star.
Correct. Saturn is a dead star. Now, this is the thing.
Remember, the reason why he's a dead. Now, remember this. He is a dead star. Now, understand this. On earth as it is in heaven. Remember this. So if we're warring down here, the reason why we're warring down here, not because it's not our fault, because the gods are warring in heaven, because the planets, the comets, the asteroids, and the suns, and all of the nebula and all of the constellations govern our microscopic movements. So therefore, if they're warring in heaven, of course we're going to war on earth. But wait a minute, let's analyze it. If it's as above, so below, well, let's look at what's below so we can see what's as above. Do they got jail on earth? As above. Do they got hell on earth? As above. Okay. Do they got tyrants and dictators and bullies on earth? As above. So we know for a fact that these things that are above, and I told you, their space and their home base is that satellite you like to call the moon.
Can I check the math real quick on that?
The math on what?
On what I was saying earlier. So
now,
because this is astrology, this is an astrologue. The family is asking a lot of good questions. And we've got 200 and a little bit less than 250 people watching. Such a great energy. Shout out to Lady Blue Tarot. She says, can someone tell me what's the difference between a planet and a star, please? Absolutely. When we're dealing with the 8 planets that we have the 4 terrestrial planets, which are made of rock and metal, and the 4 gas giants, which are made of gas. Now, if we're saying these 4 planets are made of gas, but what are stars made of, family? Gas. So now when we're dealing with Saturn was not always here. Saturn was not always in this 18th galaxy. I'm sorry. I'm about to get
the definition of planet and star. Go ahead. Sorry.
No problem. Really quickly, I want to give a shout out to Gary Tucker. That's my big homie. Shout out to him. So now when we're dealing with Saturn wasn't always here within these planets. Saturn got pulled in. When Saturn got pulled in, Saturn's energy got drained. Saturn was a brighter star, super bright.
No, remember, Saturn is in prison. Remember the story. Let's go back into the story. They personified these stories in a person form to show you what happened in celestial norms and terms. They told you that all was perfect in the God's domain until Set, aka the proverbial Cain, right, killed Abel, the proverbial Osiris. Okay, what they said in that time of that when Set killed Asar, or when Set killed Osiris, that entered murder into the God's domain. Henceforth the commandment, thou shalt not kill, being the first commandment. Now, understanding this, you have to understand, okay, this is what the whole God versus the devil, this is where that whole concept comes from. Okay, these stars and these planets, they have powers. They've been existing for eons and eons, and they've been fighting this. Remember, if you look at Star Wars, they tell you that the war had been going on for fucking light years upon light years. This shit been going on, right? And so when you analyze these planets and analyze these stars, first and foremost, we don't look at them like they're alive, living, breathing, feeling superhuman God forms. Okay, we don't never analyze them from that presence. We say the sun, like the sun is not a God that got more power than you. We say the earth, like the earth is not a goddess that got more power than you. We say the sky and water and all of these things in casual terms, like these things need you and you don't need these things or these particular elements. But sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. My original point, I want to go back, but I want to make a new point based off what you were saying. Let me say this with an all due respect. Set was a god before Ra.
No, it wasn't. I'll get the record book.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Let's go through genealogy.
Yes. Let's go through genealogy. And we go through genealogy. Set is not before Ra.
Set is the uncle of Ra.
No, he is not. Watch this. We're about to do the genealogy.
Your daddy is my brother. Your daddy is my brother.
Ra is the how can that be when the story of Ra is he's the self-created one from the triple primordial darkness of Noon. So number one, Ra has no mother. Ra has only a mother. Sorry, Ra has only a mother. Ra has no father, for he is the self-created one. So how can that ever be? So wait a minute.
Right, self-created, the immaculate conception. He's the Jesus. He's the hero. He's the Heru.
Wait a minute. No, not the Heru. Remember, he is the God, the Father that shined upon the womb and became Heru.
Well, we're talking about the son of Isis. Just like Mother Mary, the Virgin Mary, the Virgin Isis. I know he has
Wait a
no
minute.
father.
Here we go, right here. Okay, let's get this clear. Ra was the ancient Egyptian deity of the sun. Okay, he is one of the most important gods in ancient Egyptian religion, identified primarily with the noonday sun. Ra was believed to rule in all parts of the created world. He is the god of the sun order, and he is said to be the first god of masculinity in the male pantheon. So what are you talking about? How are you gonna have an uncle when he is the first created divine masculine in the Egyptian pantheon? And all other masculines come from Ra. Set is a son of Ra. Isis is a daughter of Ra. If you want to talk about this, Happy, Gab, Bastet segment are all children of Ra. This is why they call him Father. This is why they call him Lord of all. So what are you talking about? If you go look at all of the Egyptian temples, the highest order of pharaohhood, they was appointed the name of Ra. If you didn't have that snake on your head or that eye on your crown, then you wasn't that important of a pharaoh. So we know for a fact that Ra supersedes Set. Just like in the Bible, they show you in the Bible that the god El in Deuteronomy supersedes Yahweh, as Yahweh is the lesser god. So it shows you once again, just they copied off of black people, and Set is the lesser god compared to Ra, and then they brought it over into Jewish and white folks language, and Yahweh is the lesser god compared to El in Deuteronomy, the Most High El Elyon.
Excuse me, Minister. Number one, El is Saturn. El is Set.
Nope. You want to get this here?
Now, hold on. Because the Ra thing, we got to deal with that. Ra Harakti.
That's later terms.
Okay, you sound like daggone Pharaoh Akhenaten. Goddamn.
Wait a minute, bro. You got to talk about. Remember, you got to talk about chronology of words. I'm a wordsmith because I'm a magician. So what came first? Wait a minute. What came first? Ra or Ra Harakti?
When I say Ra, you know the son of Isis.
No, Ra is not the son of Isis. Ra is not the son of Isis, bro.
Ra Harakti, who is Isis' son? Who is Isis' son?
Heru.
Okay.
Heru is Isis' son. What are you talking about, brother?
Ra Harakti is Heru. Ra or Horus.
Remember,
you're talking about Ra the Elder.
I am talking about Ra.
Ra the Elder. I get it.
The father of them all.
Ra the Elder. I'm talking about Ra the Lesser. Horus, Heru, the son of Isis. You know who I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, you're talking about Christ. if you talking about Jesus, if you talking about is what? Listen, Ra Harakti or Heru is in today's term is Jesus Christ. Remember that's what Heracles. Remember before it was Hercules, it was Heracles, Heru Cles, and so Cles. So it graduated from Heracles to Hercules, and now it turned into Jesus. It's the same story passed down, all from black folk.
That particular Heru, the nephew of Set. Set came first. Heru came second. In addition to that, Heru, just like you were saying, Hercules, he's a god killer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a god killer.
Who, Heru?
Yes, Hercules, the Hebrew.
No, Set is the first god killer. This is why he's outcast amongst the pantheon.
And then his nephew is no better.
Remember his nephew avenged his father, and this is how Set got demoted into the underworld. So remember before Heru, nobody avenged Asar. He got away with it. Then Isis put him back together without his phallus. This brought him to the underworld because he didn't have the main thing that made him God. And then Heru avenged that and made sure that Set stayed in the underworld with him. So much like it's a parallel story, just like the Bible. And this is why the Bible is so parallel. And all I'm saying is all of these stories are talking about, number one, the sun we see in the sky, Ra. Okay. Talking about the planets that we see surrounding us. Talking about all of the nebula and all of the asteroids and comets that pass through our solar system and our celestial weathering. And they call them these different names because these beings are immortal gods of consciousness that guard our galaxies and solar systems. Just because they look like little circle spheres in the sky don't mean they're not infinite, living, breathing, feeling, thinking gods. Okay, so these gods that we're talking about the logging of the astros, who Ra is the sun. We call him today's sun. Remember, Venus, if you turn it around, that's sun. Nus in US, sun. Okay, so we know that why they call these things this. And when you look at each sun, every sun is surrounded by planets, just like every lion has a pride of lionesses. Okay, and so it's the same thing playing out in nature. All I'm just trying to show black people and any person that when you refer to these things in the term that they were created. They were created as celestial. They were created as names to give to celestial, immortal gods.
Well, let me back up because there's some people. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. The moon is not the Death Star.
No. The moon is not the Death Star. I know that, but the moon is the wife of the Death Star. Ooh, bow.
Right. Now, the Death Star is this regular sun we got up here.
No.
This regular sun we got up here is the Death Star. Follow me. Me. This regular sun is the Death Star because the original god, Saturn, which was a star, a brighter star. Saturn was the king. Saturn is the old god. When we're dealing with witchcraft, if you look up witchcraft and religion, you're going to find witchcraft and the old religion. The old religion is.
So you keep trying to say Set is older than Father Ra.
Heru. Set is older than his nephew Heru.
But that's we know that Lucifer is older than Jesus, brother.
Well, now this sun right here is Heru. The sun we got right now is Heru. Now, let me say this. We know this because Saturn is in the dominion of this particular sun, and that's what they told us in school.
Remember his dominion ends at the asteroid belt. So remember, it goes Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and then there's this big old firewall called an asteroid belt. Now, remember, they say that this firewall is there because of the Venus cataclysm, and this is how the moon became birthed almost 10,000 years ago, because prior to 10,000 years, you can't find the moon in the sky. So the Venus cataclysm and the asteroid belt is said to be the Venus cataclysm, that the remnants of that Venus cataclysm. And this is why, and this also denotes why he is basically cut off from the rest of the dancing with the stars. And look, if you notice, the colors of the planets that are closer to the sun before the asteroid belt are more red and vibrant in color. When the asteroid belt is right there, all of those planets behind that are more cool and more colder planet. Remember, Satan is the cold daemon. Okay, and remember, it is a part of the energy that is the one might call our yin energy or our dark energy. Okay, this is why at the end of every spell, I make people say, I am Lucifer, the light, I am Satan, the darkness, because they're both one and the same, appearing to oppose, but they are both working towards a ultimate goal that equals out the greater good.
Real quick, I wanted to acknowledge Jay Allison. She supported the super chat. I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. Also, Latoya Williams. We in there like swimwear. I love you, boobs. I love you, fam. I love you, sister, matriarch, mother, queen, goddess. Also, I wanted to also say, so now, yes, all wise, right, and exact, everything you said. Let me just add value. So now we're dealing with this devil. We're not going to really understand this until we go to Spanish. Monday is lunas or lunar, moon day. Tuesday is Martes, Mars day.
And Mars spelled backwards is Ram. This is why Mars and Ram is the sign of Aries.
Aries. Wednesday, Mercurialis for Mercury. Thursday, Jueves for Jupiter. The J is Saturn.
And it's Thor. It represents Thor. Thor's day.
Right. Now that's according to the Nordic. As of right now, when I say what am I saying? These names, these are Roman gods. But I digress. Let me just keep going real quick, and I'm gonna pass the mic. Thursday, Jueves, or Thursday, as you were saying, that's right and exact. And also Wednesday is Jueves. I'm sorry, is Mercurialis, or if you're going with Nordic mythology, that's Woden or Thor's father, Odin. Anyway, Friday.
In New Orleans, we say Woden.
Teach. Okay. Friday is Viennes for Venus. Saturday is Sabado. Or
Saturn.
Saturn. Saturday, we're going to see it in English. In Spanish, we're going to see Sabado for the Sabbath day. Saturday is the Sabbath day. Saturday is the holy day. The day of Saturn, the sixth day, the sixth planet with the hexagon, the 666. Man was created on
not man's soul, man's body.
Right, because Genesis chapter 1 is soul man. Genesis chapter 2 is spirit man. Yes. So now when we're dealing with Saturn, Saturn is 6. 6 represents man. If you go look up 6, the occultic association with 6 is man. So now 666 is Saturn, the 6th day, Sabado. Why is this important? You get to Sunday.
Well, hold on. You gotta get there.
One more, Sunday. Sunday is Domingo. You say, Crumb, why is Sunday Domingo in Spanish? Domingo meaning dominion. This is the king's dominion. Who is the king? Heru. Heru is the king of his uncle. His uncle is the older god, Kronos. Remember, Kronos wasn't a god. Kronos was a titan. The Titans came before the gods. These are the old gods. When we're dealing with witchcraft, you look at witchcraft and religion, it's going to say the old religion with the old gods. Go look up a devil. What is a devil? A devil is a defeated god. A devil is a dead god. A devil is a fallen god, a fallen angel. What do you mean fallen? Oh, well, we're dead. Go in Masonry. In Masonry, they're going to raise you from the dead. They're going to raise you to a 90-degree level.
That's still a dead level. 90 degrees is not, you're supposed to be raising to a 720-degree level.
Woo!
That's still a dead level. You raise you 90 degrees, nigga. When you still missing how much you still missing 600 and something degrees, my nigga. You gotta understand that these degrees that we talk about are 360 degrees spiritual and 360 degrees physical. And if you only operating in the realm of 90, then you missing out on a lot of pieces of your pie, man.
My apologies. I was wrong. They only raise you to a 33-degree level.
33.
They only raise you to a 30. You
no. Remember, the true Mason mystics go past 33. Go look at any real true Freemason mystic that actually practices real sorcery. You'll see they're way more degrees than 33 degrees in Freemasonry.
Right, but the Master Mason is 33, and we're just gonna keep it simple.
But remember, you gotta account for that because there are a lot of Masons out here that are way past the 33rd degree who you never get to hear about because of that level. Those levels past the 33 degrees, now you're talking about magical warfare. Now you're talking about people who are hired by the CIA, the NSA, the KGB, and all of the alphabet boys to do magic for the governments. Now you're talking about people who are orchestrating worldwide rituals and saying and deciding what the satanic calendar gonna be and what's gonna be the new words and what's gonna be the new code words and what's gonna be the new dues for all of the societies that be. Okay, so yeah, that's just why I say you gotta mention those that get past that 33 degree, because when you get past that, that's when they start revealing to you the real truth after the 33.
Really quickly, we have been on for a little bit more than an hour. We are about to breach 300 in this room with us right now. Just to kind of give you
Peace.
an update, could you take a real quick moment to tell the people who you are, where they can find you at, please, and thank you.
Yes, infinite love, eternal truth, and peace wave to you. I come to you in the name of the Creator Goddess, through the precious elements of fire, earth, air, water, and ether, in the name of the great grand holy mother of all divinity. May the Mother Earth, may the Mother Universe, may the Holy Mother Nature, and may all of you who are watching right now be blessed abundantly. Make sure that your health is your wealth, and start getting into the higher codes and the higher frequencies. I am Reverend Rance Dunbar, the Chakra Doctor. You can check me out on CDTV on YouTube. You can go to my website, chakradoctor.org. At the bottom right here, that's going across the screen. I am a natural holistic healing practitioner, so much so in California, they call me Dr. Sabi #2. I've healed all kind of manner of diseases, from incurable diseases to curable diseases, everything from autism to cancer to AIDS to sickle cell anemia. Over 25,000 people healed, and over 30,000 bottles of Miracle Food sold. I am a fully up and running Black-owned soulpreneur, entrepreneurship that heals the soul, that heals the human condition. And it's my full-time entrepreneurship. I don't have no side job. I don't have to work for nobody but myself and my family. And so I am also a licensed and ordained minister, Christian minister. The name of my church is the name of my church is Holy Trinity Church of Our Mother. And it's unorthodox. It's an unorthodox Christian church. It's online, and it will be up and running in 2022, early 2022. And also, I am a wizard. I am a shaman. I am from the city of New Orleans, and I definitely teach openly and in the public that religion is witchcraft, and that witchcraft is religion. And I teach people a specific type of craft that I created called computer magic, or algorithms. And so these algorithms are computer technology coded with magical words of sorcery from all genres and all kinds of magic and words and sorceries. So it's a wonderful time to be here. It's a wonderful time to be alive. I am definitely enjoying the time with you guys, and thank you for having me on. Y'all follow me on Instagram too as well. Chakra Doctor _. Follow me on Instagram at Chakra Doctor _ Like me on Facebook as well. Just, man, look me up. Do your research. I've been doing this. I am Merlin the Magician. I am Gandalf the White. I am modern day Christ, modern day Lucifer, modern day Jesus in the flesh, telling the truth to the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and ain't caring about what nobody said, because they can't do me nothing. Because last time I checked, I got the magical fortitude and the magical aptitude and the magical attitude to knock them back, forward, front, side, and do whatever I need to do to get the work of the great grand holy mother universe done. I am 100% all for the liberation of the Black man, the Black woman, the Black child from the slavery and bondage that they're in, called poverty and death and unhealthy dieting. That's the reason why I got into the health and wellness business. I got into the health and wellness business so that we can start living past 100 years old, because that guy, Prince Philip, died at 99. Rockefeller died at 101. Rothschild died at 103. People are putting up vampire numbers, but DMX died at 50. Shock G died at 57. Black Rob died at 51. The guy from Black Panther died at 40-something. The other guy from The Wire died at 50-something. We can't even make it to 60 without needing a pill or needing some type of at least some type of a help from an outside source outside of ourselves to heal ourselves. So this is why I got into the health and wellness business. I met Dr. Sabi in 2014 at the New Orleans Convention Center, and that meeting changed my life. It is the meeting that spurred a change, a radical growth and change in my diet. And when I changed my diet, I seen immediate pay raise in all kind of areas of my life and frequency and my vibration. And I was able to take that and piggyback that into a more spiritual, because I've always been a spiritual person. My mother always raised me into spirituality. My mother always raised me into Christianity. And my mother was the one who I seen able to fuse Christianity as well as what one might call hoodoo. And she taught me very well. And so I watched a master fuse religion and witchcraft and make it work on a predominant level. And so I'm just doing the same thing that my mother taught me. And my mother was all for Jesus's mother. She always, everybody say the name of Jesus. She said, and don't forget he had a mama. Always in church. Always in church. My mama always did that. And she was a Pentecostal Christian of the speaking in tongues kind that'll be up under that tent revival, speaking in tongues, and motherfucking demons start manifesting in people and start levitating. You can't tell me there ain't no such thing as no fucking devil when I done seen the devil with my own fucking eyes in the human being. And so I always tell people this, man, this is an evil coding that black people got to get from out of the mind frame of, because we've been programmed to be the devils against ourselves, not the devils against your enemy, or not the devils against the people who are treating you wrong. You being the devils against the people who treat you like God. You'd be a devil against the people that treat you like the people who love you, right? And so this shows you have a disease. We as black people, we have a disease. And so this disease that we have as black people of killing ourselves and therefore projecting it out and killing each other, killing one another. Why would we ever want to build something great when we don't treat each other great? First and foremost, you can't ever treat me great if you're not treating yourself great. And so that's what I'm all about. I'm all about networking and greatness. You know, great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people. Okay. And so, you know, I can go all three at the same time. You feel me? And that's what it's all about. But it's all about getting with people who aren't afraid to be their individual selves and teaming up and farming like Voltron. And on the parts where y'all meet and y'all can agree and build, that's what y'all do. And we as black people, remember the fact that we still can't build anything because we let belief systems and personal, these belief system, that's something personal that only you and your perception can perceive. But we're letting our personal belief systems get in the way of things that have nothing to do with personal belief system. It don't take a personal belief system for you to build no damn train, no damn plane, no bus, or no school. You don't need no personal belief system. All you need is a skill. Okay? And they got all kind of different belief systems that come with all kind of different set of skills. And we should start honoring skill over belief system. Are you able to get the job done? Yes, then so to the black man that can get the job done, the black woman that can get the job done. Okay, so I'm all about, you know, making sure that we educate ourselves and wake up from these disease states. And this is why I created Miracle Food, and this is why I'm so proud to be in the saddle with Crumb TV. And thank you for giving me your platform. Thank you for you know, letting me sponsor you. Thank you for, you know, having me on board. Shout out to Seiko Varner, you feel me, for even, you know, making this possible. Shout out to Seiko Varner for even making this possible. I'm definitely about to holler at you too about the you know, sponsorship, but you got to start putting the video out, bro. He be moving on some other stuff. So he be in a whole nother world, man. But that's what it's all about, man. It's all about building. It's all about loving, and I love myself, and so therefore I love my neighbor as I love myself, and these are the Heru Christ principles.
So there you have it, folks. It is I, your humble brother Crumb, for another edition of Crumb TV. This is called Witchcraft and Religion with none other than the Chakra Doctor. Go to chakradoctor.org. Go get your miracle food. Go get your exemptions. Go get just information. Check them out. Get acclimated. Definitely rock with us. If you rock with us, you already know what it is because you definitely rock with us. But yeah, with that said, family, this is a true statement. I will be in Willingboro, New Jersey, Sunday, January 23rd from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. It is going to be me, the Minister of Information, representation from the Nation of Islam. Let me put this thing up here so you can know where to get the tickets at. Nation of Islam, the Masons, the Moors, 5% Nation. We will, and I'm not just saying this because the Chakra Doc was on the platform and he's a minister, an official ordained Christian minister, but we will have Christian representation in the building because we are well-rounded. We know that our brothers and sisters subscribe to several different schools of thought, but we know that regardless of what, we are all one people. That's why it's always so important to vote Tron up, family. So get your tickets at crumtv.info/events. Only 100 tickets available. We've already sold like 55 tickets, so a little bit more than half of the tickets are already sold out. We still have sponsorship and vendors packages available, so definitely tap into that. That's going to be dynamic. Also, just want to let you know, we're going to do a Sunday school, the origins of the Catholic Church with the Minister of Information, the day after Christmas. It will be a private Zoom session. The minister just told me to tell y'all about it. You can't get the tickets right now. I don't think you can get the tickets at all. But, once we record it, then, we'll chop it up, edit it, make it real nice for you. And you can definitely partake and check that thing out. So with that said, lots of good things in the future. So definitely stay tapped in. Family, I want to ask, if you want to support, then drop $1 to the Cash App, # Crumb TV. We are doing the dollar challenge. So take part in that. If you want to support, hey, Crumb, I can't come to the event. Well, you can donate $1. That's awesome. If not, I still love y'all. You can also support by doing something for free. Free 99. Smash that like button, family. You like it. You watch this thing for an hour and a half. Y'all don't watch it for an hour and a half and not hit the like button. You like this. You like me. Jeez Louise, give me my flowers. Hit that like button. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. What about the devil? He said something so powerful. He said Lucifer and Satan are two sides of the same coin. One being the light side, one being the dark side. Boom. Oh my God, he hit hard on that one. Also, family, you can also, if you want to support, smash that subscribe button, family. You can subscribe also at crumtv.info. That's my personal website. If they take me down, that's where I'm going to be at. So rock with me if you rock with me, family. With that said, family, I am your humble brother, Crumb. This has been another installation of Crumb TV. I want to leave you. That's right. It's time to go. The same way I came to you, in peace. You are now watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV. You're watching Crumb TV.
This is Prema Osset in Los Angeles, Leimert Park, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
You are watching Crumb TV.
We're watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV. So subscribe.
I am the Grand Sheikess, Unity Temple number 80, More Science Temple of America, and you are watching Crumb TV.
Yo, what's going on, fam? I'm Devon Moore, and I'm doing my testimonial on FCA Yoga, full chakra activation. And let me tell you, it is truly the real deal. I highly recommend doing this every morning. When you activate your chakras, it gives you that peace of mind, the clarity that you need, the focus that you need to get through your day. You may be at your job, might be a little stressful at your job. Man, I'm telling you, man, when you get in and you do that when you get in and you do FCA yoga, man, for the first time, that very first experience, like, I ain't gonna lie, when I first did it, I don't get very emotional. I don't really shed a lot of tears, nothing like that, but I actually got a little emotional, but it was like joyful. It was like a really like joyful kind of experience. And ever since I've done that, man, it don't matter what's going on in my life, man. I'm just like, hey, whatever, we gonna get through it. And that's why I say I highly recommend FCA Yoga, man. Chakra Doctor, man, he is truly the real deal. I mean, I could truly go on and on. This video will be like a whole hour if I continue to go on, but I just want to do my testimonial and my experiences with FCA Yoga, and hopefully you guys will go to chakradoctor.org and check out his other amazing products. And hey, man, try FCA Yoga out, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, to put you on. As always, y'all, much love. Shout out to Chakra Doctor and his fam. Love y'all.